Malcolm Brown is checked in at running back. Stafford is under center on 3rd and 1. And play fake to Brown. He's rushed and he's sacked. And the ball came out, and Dallas picks it up. It's Lawrence coming left to the 5 and into the end zone. And it looks like a Dallas touchdown. It's the first fumble recovery of the year.
Talk about setting the tone early. They say defense wins championships. The Dallas Cowboys hoping that comes true this season thanks to that side of the ball. Another standout performance. And it started from the opening whistle. Cowboys win it 22-10. Another victory Monday has the team sitting at 4-1. Thanks for joining us. I'm Haley Sutton, and we're taking you back through the win here on Cowboys Flashback. Mike McCarthy calling the defense the thermostat of the team last week because of the way they regulate games, and they definitely lived up to it, even earning a new nickname against the Rams.
Defensively, I thought we were outstanding, consistent, in all 5 games. I mean, they are definitely the straw that's stirring this drink. I mean, they're we felt strongly come out last year about our group, and had a great offseason and everything leading up to this. But boy, they're just playing lights out. We expected a heavy run game coming from the Rams, but when we had our opportunity to pressure, I thought our guys were outstanding. Obviously, the 3 takeaways were huge and a big part of our victory. Yeah, and I just go back to last year. I just give our personnel department and our coaching staff just major league kudos. I've never been a part of it's like any first year for a head coach. You go in and you have a vision of how you want to play in all 3 phases. And then we went through the pandemic year, and then we obviously the transition started. As far as they had a defensive system that was excellent, that was in place for 10 years, but we obviously went in different directions. So, and then with the you look at the acquisitions we made after 2020, and then the way the staff took that, with Dan coming in and Joe Witt, it's just it's been really cool just to watch it come together, and you could really see it there, the end of last year that we had something special, and all the way through off season. I mean, they've been doing this for quite some time. I mean, we're just there's tremendous confidence and communication, and the young guys are growing up. The older guys are a year better, so real strong connection there. So we're off to a good start. Just got to stay healthy. Our biggest challenge right now is playtime. Definitely. I mean, DA is, when I first arrived here in 2020, I mean, he was a special teams just phenom for us, and then finally was given some opportunities in the D line, but it's been so cool to watch him just continue to grow, and he's just an exceptional, instinctive, aware football player. I mean, it's he's been putting pressure on punters for as long as I've known him. So it's something obviously we felt good about, and he hit it. And but once again, just to get us started there with those first 2 series was huge.
What does it say as far as Dan Quinn being able to come in? This is only the 2nd year with the team, and being able to flip the offense from arguably worst in the league to best in the league in only 2 seasons.
He's a hell of a coach. He holds us to high standards and expectations, and we accept it.
Lawrence, what can you say about the way this defense set the tone? You had at the strip sack, the block punt. Just what does that say about this defense? And Zeke just gave the kudos to you guys too after this one.
Appreciate that from him, but no, that's what we hold our head on. That's how we our mindset. Every game, every week we practice, we start over on Wednesday, and we focus on that, and that's what we want to do: start fast and control the tempo.
Do you guys believe you have the best defense in the league right now?
Absolutely.
How many block punts for you in your career?
2.
When was the other one?
Last year against Atlanta.
What's the key for that for you? Coming from the middle like that.
Just details and understanding spacing.
What was the point of emphasis for you for that line, especially going up against Stafford and that O-line? They've been rotating through 9 different guys. They got a banged-up O-line. What was your approach going into this?
Just to try to be as dominant as I can. Always make plays, and just know that we were the better D-line tonight.
Back-to-back games where the Cowboys defense held its opponent to just 10 points, and they have yet to allow anyone to score 20 through 5 games. So why is that? Well, it's their ability to get to the quarterback. Defense wins championships. 5 sacks on the day. The first time since 1987. The Dallas has recorded at least 20 through the first 5 games. 6 tackles for loss in that game-ending interception, becoming a trend for Dallas. This one courtesy of Malik Hooker. Dorrance Armstrong, you just heard from him with a sack and a blocked punt. While Micah Parsons had 2 sacks, we'll get to more on him in just a bit, but this is just a team that knows how to light up the stat sheet and keep points off the board. Of course, they also had that defensive touchdown from Tank, and here's a fun fact for you. The Cowboys are a perfect 9-0 when the defense finds the end zone under Mike McCarthy. Some good stuff there. The Dallas defense able to keep Cooper Rush contained as well. We're breaking down his matchup against Trayvon Diggs when we come back on Cowboys Flashback.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, is brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys, and by Reliant, an NRG company. This segment is brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp with the lone touchdown for Los Angeles on Sunday. He did have that 75-yard catch, but a relatively quiet night for Kupp. Just 7 receptions on 10 targets. That's half of what he had last week. No pick for number 7, but a few key tackles from Trayvon Diggs kept Kupp from wreaking his usual havoc. Diggs led the team in tackling with 6, and lately this secondary has been on point in the final stretch. Another game where they put the game to bed. This week it was Malik Hooker's game-sealing interception, and owner Jerry Jones is taking notice.
Well, first of all, it's technically sound, but it is playing at an inspirational level. And these guys are playing in spots that they excel at, and they're playing in places that they don't put a hole in the defense for them to go out there and be everything they ever wanted to be. And Quinn and Mike have allowed that. The classic, let your players play in the best spot so that they can see and excel at what they do best. That's what that defense is doing. Those players are playing. They're getting to play in places. They're getting to make plays at things they do best for their talented.
And how could we even talk about the defense without mentioning the Lion himself? Micah Parsons appeared to be a little banged up at the end of that second quarter, but it couldn't keep him down for long. Number 11 checked back into the game and immediately left his mark.
5 different opponents so far this season. All 5 have failed to score multiple touchdowns on you guys. What does that say about this defense?
That we're for real, you know. I don't care, just like the year before, I don't care what people had preseason, what people said about us, how they don't talk about us. But we're going to keep proving this every week, you know, just as serious.
Can we turn a little bit? Sorry, can we turn towards the locker room a little bit? Thank you. This way. Yeah, thank you.
Mike, do you believe you guys have the best defense in the league right now?
Yes.
What does it say about just the way you guys have been able to set the tone game in and game out?
It just says that, you know, we're hungry. I don't think it's just me. I think it's everybody out there, and we trust each other 100%. And everybody's just been giving it all, trying to build their role in this team. And like I said, make their plays.
Did you think there was a chance that you weren't going to be able to play in the second half?
No. Not at all.
You think that just getting on the bike, that was enough? What else did you have to do?
Just take my leg up, you know what I'm saying, make sure I just kept it in place and things like that. But there's nothing I wouldn't do to get out there in that field.
Mike, I'm sure y'all were confident in training camp and even before that. Have you learned anything new about the defense during this one streak?
Yeah, you know, one thing I would say I learned about it is that we're tougher. I think we all realize we're tougher and we're better than we thought we were, and that says a lot. I mean, we know we were going to be really good, but, you know, it's one thing to talk about it, and it's another thing to do it. And we've been doing it, and that just holds a lot of value.
How much did you feel like a home game out there?
Oh, man, it was amazing, man. Cowboys Nation, we appreciate you. You guys made this feel like a home game. Man, the atmosphere here, I mean, last year with the Chargers, even this year, it was amazing, man. It's just kudos to Cowboys Nation and the way to take over.
Next week, Eagles. You guys see that as a great barometer, a good test around? Man, how do you view that upcoming matchup? Is that a big game for you guys?
I mean, of course, it's a division game. I mean, you know, they're the only undefeated team in the league. I mean, we got to come to play. I mean, we got to keep doing what we're doing, and we got hope. They got a really explosive offense, but you know, we got a really explosive defense, and we got to show it next week. It's going to be a true test.
Micah Parsons' 2 sacks put him at 19 so far in his career, the second most through a player's first 21 games. He is second only to Joey Bosa. Well, Cooper Rush continues to make history. I'll tell you how his performance stacked up when we return on Cowboys Flashback.
This segment was brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
Rush hour continues for the Dallas Cowboys backup quarterback. It's been 4 games and Cooper Rush is still unbeaten. A light passing day for the play caller, though, just 10 of 16 for 102 yards. His first game without a touchdown, but he still found ways to help this offense score points.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job all day. We had a good plan. We executed it. Handling him, obviously he's a guy you gotta circle, and he's a game wrecker. We did a good job. You don't want to get in too many passing situations all day long because then he pins his ears back and it's tough on us. But we ran the rock well, and our defense got us a score, got us a short field. Just another truly team win.
This is the 3rd straight game, I think, where once you've gone down in the game, you and the offense responded with a touchdown drive and kind of take on there right back. Can you just talk about that drive today and just your ability to do that during this winning streak?
Yeah, I think we got going a little bit with CD's catch over the middle there. Kind of got us some juice, and then I think it was only 3-play series. TP the next play hits that thing and does what he does. Incredible run. I can't wait to watch the film on that one. I'm trying to watch the screen, seeing all the missed broken tackles and stuff. Yeah, heck of a play.
Cooper Jerry said that you had told him you wanted some jewelry. Does that sound right? Are we relating that correctly?
I don't know. Confused on that one. It's just the job. It's easy right now with us playing defense the way we are and running the ball, and makes QB a lot easier. And then just trusting in, you've ran this offense for years. You've watched Dak run it. You run it in preseason camp and stuff for years, so you know how it works. You know what it takes. So you just kind of stick to the plan, and it's working out.
Philadelphia next week, you're the last undefeated team. How quickly do you turn your attention to what's ahead?
Right away. Big time division game. Division games are what it's about, right? Versus a rival like that, they're playing great, so it's gonna be a very fun one, very exciting one. Yeah, this was a big one for us. We kind of talked about it all week. Coming into a tough place to play, it's loud for both teams. It's loud, and the road win is huge, especially against a playoff team, Super Bowl champion. They got a lot of good players. We knew it was gonna be a tough battle, and we're able to make it work.
Cooper Rush giving credit to his offensive line, specifically Tyler Smith, on their ability to, quote, just get out there and do their job. Rush now 5-0 as a starting quarterback, just the 5th undrafted QB in the Super Bowl era to win each of his 5 career starts. But he didn't do it all on his own. Is the run game finally finding its groove? We'll answer that question coming up next on Cowboys Flashback.
This segment was brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
Ezekiel Elliott might not be scoring at the level we're used to seeing, but he's still an important part of the run game, picking up crucial yardage in chunk plays and helping convert on 3rd down. He finished the afternoon with 22 carries for 78 yards.
A lot of pride. I think you look at last week, and we committed to it. It wasn't very efficient. I think we ran it 30 times for 60 yards. So, I think it's a hell of a way for just his offense to respond this week and flip that around. And I think we had like 170 today on the ground, and we were able to control the game. And, we just got to keep getting better.
Zeke, this wasn't going to be an easy game for you guys, but what does it mean to come in here 4 straight wins in the absence of Dak against the reigning Super Bowl champs?
We knew it was going to be a grind. They had a great team, but our defense came out. They set the tone. A strip sack to start the game off, and then DA comes and blocks the punt. So we got off. We started out fast, and we were able to run the ball well and milk that clock. And with the way our defense is playing, we're not gonna have to score many points. We definitely gotta get better. We gotta get better on 3rd down. We gotta start converting those 3rd downs. We gotta find a way to get our defense some rest, because if they're out there rested up, you're not gonna score a lot of points on them. So we just got to keep them fresh.
Is there something more satisfying, Zeke, about the way you guys are winning this game, showing so much physicality?
Yeah, I think it just shows. It shows just the attitude of this team, the culture of this team. We got a lot of gritty dudes. We got a lot of dudes with a lot to prove, and I think, we're taking the right steps every week to where we're trying to go.
Does that feel like, not to get too far ahead of this, but you've been part of championship clubs. You need that physical element, don't you?
Yeah, we definitely need a physical element, and this team definitely has it. We lean on guys, we wear on them, and it's tougher for a team to go through that for 4 quarters.
What does it say about your defense when you're able to get guys like Dorrance to just start out right out the gate with a strip sack and a block punt? How much does that contribute to making it a better all-around game for you guys offensively when your defense sets up like that?
It really takes a lot of pressure off us. I think the most we got scored on is 19 points this year. We go out there and put 20 points up on the board. We got a good chance to win that ball game. But we go against that defense every day, and they're a handful. So I feel bad for those opposing offenses.
A little complimentary football within the running back room. Tony Pollard with a big performance on the ground that was spotlighted by that 57-yard touchdown run. It was the second longest of his career by just 1 yard. He had a 58-yard run against the Saints last season. He now has recorded all 3 of the Cowboys' longest plays this season. So when you need to get something done, you go to Tony P. And those two continue to play in tandem, and it could get ugly as the season goes on.
And they're going to give the ball to Pollard. He busts up the middle. He broke a tackle right to the 40. Chased from behind at the 30. Turns left at the 20. To the 10. To the 5. And Pollard with a house call.
How tough was it this week? I know you were kind of feeling a little bit sick. Did it help? Did it hurt you at all fatigue-wise?
Kind of had me a little more fatigued than normal. A little quicker getting fatigued out there. But, we did a good job, all week, just working with me, making sure I was good, getting better, and had a good game out here.
Can you talk me through the big run, what you saw and how it played out?
O-line pretty much, they did their job. They opened up a big lane from me. I exploded through it, broke a couple arm tackles. I had receivers downfield blocking with me, and we made it in the end zone.
Did you feel it at the end? Did you think the guy was going to go for the football as opposed to trying to tackle you? Did you feel that too?
I felt somebody on my legs, but I was just praying that I made it to the end zone first.
What does it say for this offensive line? You got some young guys on the left, especially Tyler Smith. They're going against a defensive line led by Aaron Donald. To be able to tandem with you and Ezekiel Elliott, to be able to just grind and break the home run and grind. What does that mean for this Cowboys?
It just shows, the tenacity that those guys have up front. That's how they play day in, day out. Practice, game days, all of that. Just being physical, being a dominant force for us, and, week in, week out is paying off.
There was a high level of physicality in that game today. Is it more gratifying winning like that, kind of old-fashioned, like you get down in the dirt?
I say any way we can get a W is good with us. Yep.
Pollard became one of just 6 players to record multiple 50-yard rushes since 2021, joining an elite list of running backs such as Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry. All right, we've got time for one more chat here on Cowboys Flashback. We're taking a peek ahead at that huge divisional matchup against the Eagles and how the special teams continue to thrive.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, was brought to you by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Reliant, an NRG company. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.
New long snapper Matt Overton had a bit of a rocky start to the game with a botched snap to Brian Anger on that first touchdown, but he bounced back pretty seamlessly, helping Brett Maher to another perfect performance. His 12th game with 3 of 3 made field goals, moving him past Richie Cunningham for the 4th most 3 field goal games in team history. Maher has been nearly spotless in 2022 and continues to keep this team in the game when it matters most. And they're going to need that confidence in their kicker going forward. The Cowboys with a pivotal matchup against the undefeated Eagles coming up on Sunday Night Football. Dallas hasn't lost to an NFC East opponent in 8 straight games, but the Eagles are flying high this season. And when you look at the conference standings, we are in for a treat, guys. The 5-0 Eagles on top followed by the Cowboys and the Giants close behind. They both sit at 4-1. Commanders rounding things out at 1-4. So it'll be a clash of the Titans next Sunday, but for now, let's celebrate this big win. 4 straight for America's team, thanks to a 22-10 victory over the defending Super Bowl champions. That'll do it for us here on Cowboys Flashback from the Star in Frisco. I'm Haley Sutton. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll do it all again next week.